PKA 639 with our guest Wolf.
See
People
ya,
can't
man.
swim. Right back at you.
I cannot swim very well, not at all.
Really?
I can swim so
Oh.
well. I'm
like a fish. I love it. I got my scuba license and everything.
Well, I don't have that. Okay, you're the better swimmer.
But no, but hold on. You said throw a ball. Okay, that's kind of weird. But yeah.
It comes up. All right, so let me tell you.
Depends on the kind of ball. I wouldn't be
Ride a bike?
confident that I can throw
it
a
doesn't
tight
even-
spiral.
Can everybody ride a bike?
Of
Yeah.
course.
A little
Well,
bit.
don't say of course. There's people who can't do it.
Well, like we ride motorcycles. Woody rides at a very high level.
Okay, yeah,
and, And
okay,
like
yeah,
if you're an American like straight man, you know how to ride. Bicycle. I should
Everyone
say.
knows that.
But rewind me like 5 seconds.
Riding a
before that.
bike, throwing a punch. I think you were going to.
Oh, it's not just about throwing a
balls.
ball. It's like if you're hanging out with guys, sometimes you like throw me this, that, or the other. If you're working on a car, throw me this. If you're like working on a paintball, throw me that. If you can't throw a thing in a way that it is masculine, then like you might as well have had grease spilt on you as a child. 'Cause I don't want nothing to do with you. There's something wrong.
Disgusting.
Could you guys? Could you throw a first pitch at a baseball game?
Yeah.
No, I
Could
don't
you
think
make it
so.
to the batter?
all night? Well, I think I could make it
Oh,
there,
yeah,
but
I
I
could
just
do
don't
that.
know how. It wouldn't be in the strike zone or anything. I might
Or are
need
you
a
gonna
catch.
pull a Baba Booey?
I need a mobile catcher.
So you just
Right.
need to.
Yeah, a really athletic one.
Are we talking about no training, like no practice? Like we got to
Yeah,
step over
yeah.
there right now?
No,
and do
no.
it?
I mean, okay. If you knew you had to throw out the first pitch, if you
Oh.
How much
practice
time
for
do I
a
have?
week or so, like a week.
Oh
2 weeks.
man, yeah. So
I can
here's
do
what you
that.
do: you immediately like get yourself a pitching coach. Be very easy to get, like right away. Like you'd be able to reach out on your local social media, get somebody at a community college, a high school guy. They would love to be part of your fucking thing you're doing.
But look at how many
Um,
guys can't do it though. Like, do you remember Baba Booey from
It's
the Howard
hard.
Stern show
He's
when he
terrible.
threw his, and it was like really bad. Like they made fun of him for years after that.
Yeah, it's
but he
wild
had a
how
pitching coach.
it's almost
Really?
like it's
Yeah.
almost like he made a conscious decision to make millions of dollars by throwing a ball poorly and being the worst pitch ever thrown. It's almost like he knew he was going to write a book about it, and that came out like a year later called "My Name Is Baba Booey" or whatever. And it's almost like he got to go on Jimmy Kimmel and get huge ratings there and promote his book
think it
and
was
throw another
planned?
bad pitch on
You
purpose.
think? Yeah.
I think that he works for Howard fucking Stern. He has no morals. He has no goddamn soul. I've seen him sell out his family, his wife, and everyone that
that's true.
loves him
That's
for
true.
Howard Stern and Howard Stern's ratings. While he gets like shit on, I don't know. I'm not talking about behind the scenes Howard Stern.
No, I hear what
stuff,
you're
but-
saying.
No, I think it's fake. Yeah, I think the whole thing was fake for ratings, for
I
book
think-
sales.
The way he threw it would take even a ridiculous amount of skill to throw it.
Almost like he had
that
a pitching
badly.
coach. Almost like he had a pitching coach he was working with. Yeah. Look, I
Bro.
throw it over there.
Do you have video of that? Because it was.
We can't
Wait a
show
minute.
MLB footage.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
no,
That-
okay,
Is that Baba Booey throwing it?
No, it's not.
No,
Oh, okay.
No. it's not.
that's some old man at like an old timers game, I guess.
Yeah.
It's rather embarrassing. I think that
There's one girl who hit a cameraman once, but like that Baba Booey throw was like. But I like I'm saying, there's a lot of guys who could not do that.
so like the pitch off the mound is a challenge.
It is.
You would want practice, and you're gonna need you to strengthen your arm. You need to loosen up. You get good at it, but you could throw catch with a guy and get it up there to the point where it would be embarrassing. As long as your
Yeah.
nerves aren't getting to you, that would be the deciding factor. It's not gonna be your skill if you have a week to practice. All that
Yeah.
being said, I'm really talking about not like throwing a baseball from pitcher's mound. I'm talking about like you just need to be able to toss things to another dude like appropriately the right way.
Yeah.
Like it's I could tell if you throw me some shit if you're a fucking like I don't know like
I have
I'm
a different thing.
a fucking loser. If you throw me
I
some
know
shit
what
like a
you-
loser, I'm gonna see it.
I judge you not by how masculine your throw is, but how catchable your throw is. Like if
Exactly.
if we're both in the kitchen and you're throwing me your keys, dude, don't go overhand. I'm not looking to be. Don't give me your fucking fastball.
I always throw overhand.
No,
But you know what it is,
that's
though.
not
I
to
throw.
make it easy to catch. That's what I am. That's where I want to see.
Of course, I want it right here in the pocket. And of course, overhand's fine. I've made but I don't know. I've worked on enough like construction like jobs and stuff like that. And it's like you're throwing shit around a lot. You're sharing tools and stuff, and like I'll never forget like the first time I saw one of those kids who was like an other than like the melted face kids and shit.
Yeah.
My one of my friends had a friend come down from Maryland, his cousin from Maryland, And it was almost like that episode of South Park where the other Kyle comes to visit, the like super Jewish Kyle, who's just like he's like oil and water. He's like super neurotic. It's he just doesn't fit in at all. And my friend's cousin was like that. He didn't call drinks what we call drinks. Like we'd be like, oh, I'm thirsty, I need a Coke. He'd ask for a pop. And we all just like looked at him like he just admitted to being a communist or something like that. Everybody's heads turned.
It's that
real
Minnesota
slow.
talk.
Like he used the wrong 3 fingers to say 3 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the scene.
Trice. He was clearly fucking like an other, and like we all took note of it. And like somebody was like, "Yeah, he's a Yankee," and it's like I don't care where he's from. He just talks funny. Like he's kind of weird. He's all pale. He didn't know how to swim. We're at the lake. You know,
Didn't know how to swim. They don't have water up north.
Like you don't have to like enough that when
Just
I say
a paddle,
swim, I mean like not afraid to go out there. Like
Yeah.
I can swim well.
That is a low bar. Yeah,
He was scared to
not be
He
afraid
wouldn't
of
get in the
ponds.
water with us. Like we're all in the water and he's standing up there with his arm. Anyway,
Well,
that's not a
you'd be
Yankee
surprised
trait,
because when I'm in the bush,
yeah, everybody from the north can't swim.
when you gotta throw these,
Or the
What
ocean.
is that?
that's a smoke grenade.
Okay.
So sometimes I'll hand stuff to a kid. I'll pull the pin. All right. And I go, hey, you want to throw a smoke grenade? It's really cool, you know? And I go, yeah. Or it'll be a man, right? And they can't throw. Like they'll throw it and it'll flip off their back finger and go like 2 feet and hit their teammate in the head or something like that.
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
goes
that's no good.
nowhere. Like no arm at all.
Have they
this
not
is my
seen
favorite.
like movies? Everyone knows you throw the grenade in like that, like you're in a trench, like over your head. Like
No, never throw it like
Taylor,
that.
that's how you do it in a film.
That's
Yeah.
how you're trained to do it in the military, and that's
Yes.
to make sure that even the retards get the grenade over there.
Yeah.
When you throw a grenade, you fucking hurl it like a
Hurl it,
man.
yes.
Like I don't care what they fucking.
Am I going to look
trained you.
foolish if I don't do it in the affirmed
Can
military?
I pause
way?
you there? This is actually new to me. So if you're in the army, right? They train you to do the thing Taylor says. I presume that's what they do in TV.
Yeah.
But if you're like active, people use their actual throwing motion
They can.
Yo, yeah.
outside of training.
I'm telling you, if I'm throwing that fucking M67 like baseball grenade,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
well,
am
that,
not doing one of these.
Yeah.
So I feel like you, Kyle,
because I
probably-
can only throw it like 15 yards or something like that. Like, it's
Yeah,
gonna
be
roll to
close
that,
to
but
it.
I can hurl it like.
But if you
300
gave me something really heavy, that might impact my ability to throw it. Is it
Ain't that
heavy
heavy.
and dense? It's not that crazy.
I don't know.
I'll show
They're
you.
not
Like,
that
let me
heavy.
show you something. This is
Okay.
an average size smoke grenade, right?
Okay.
I'll take this. I'll take it in my kit. I'll throw it. I can throw it a good distance. Right?
Desk pops,
It's
Wolf.
got some
Desk
weight,
pop.
right? Then you have something like this that's called a cloud burster.
Oh my god!
Ooh.
Yeah, like this is like a football throwing.
Why do you have that
thing, right?
indoors?
Which one would be
In case
cooler
of
if you set it
invaders.
Should be
off right
storing
now?
that in a shed somewhere with a
Dude, it would be a
warning.
You're trapped
legendary
in here with
PKA
me and
moment
you pull
if you
that.
popped it. I'm
That's-
just saying.
Put that money in the Patreon, and I'll open it indoors in a plastic bucket or something. But
What are we talking about? Like $50?
I don't know. We got to get the money. I got to pay rent. But it's amazing how many people just don't know how to lob it. And it's like there's a scene in the movie Black Hawk Down, and I know it's just a movie, whatever. But there's a scene where this guy they're being held down by oncoming
Covering
fire,
fire,
right?
yeah.
Mhm.
And one of the special forces guys has said, "Sir, we got to move. We're ducked down. You got to keep up." And then he's going, and he goes, "Okay, my guys, I'm going to do this. You do this." He takes a grenade and he throws it into an apartment window like 6 floors up, and blows up the guy
Damn.
inside. Perfect shot, right? And it's like you got to have an arm to do that. You know what I mean? And even though it's just a movie, I know a lot of ex-military guys they can throw, you know what I mean? So it's not, especially like I've thrown flashbangs and smoke grenades. I've never thrown a grenade because I wouldn't have a reason.
Throwing
to,
grenades
but-
is so 20th century. Don't you know we drop from drones now?
Oh, easy. Yeah. Or you got what's the name of the rocket launcher? Shoot, I can't remember now.
Javelin?
No,
That-
it's those
that-
fucking.
The compact rocket launchers. Those things are beautiful. Like they had
So-
in 13 hours. That thing is
Have-
beautiful.
I'm talking about the war in Ukraine with those drone drop.
Oh, yeah, those are
fog
cool.
grenades.
You see the live cameras that when they drop those things?
We've
That
seen
was all
so
about
much.
that.
We've seen so many people. I've seen all that there is to see.
He sends like two
I-
videos of people dying every day in the chat. And
Yeah.
I'm like, this is bad for my soul, man. I don't
Taylor,
want to keep
Taylor,
watching
Taylor,
videos of
just
people
rush-
dying.
Those are my creme de la creme.
No. Every once in a while, Kyle will be like, check this one out, and no other thing. And then you start watching it, and it's just abhorrent. Like,
Every once in a while, Taylor, someone survives, so Kyle doesn't waste your time with those.
Nah, he was only wounded.
like, no, his jaw is like over there now.
Look at him. It's just a light maiming.
No.
Yeah.
Little
I
flesh
watched
goes
one
in.
today. The guy was sleeping, and the grenade landed on his jaw, and in his oh, by the way, he's in a trench.
Yeah.
So if he was clear-headed, he could have just taken it, thrown it outside the trench, and he would have been fine. But he wasn't clear-headed. He'd
fumbled.
only been up for less than a second.
Yeah.
So he took the grenade and threw it behind his head by like a foot. He didn't make it.
Jeez. Yeah.
No. You
I've
don't
seen
want to
that.
make it usually. No, it's wild stuff. I've seen the suicide drones, the ones that just plow straight into someone,
Yeah.
and you're like on the nose of that thing as some guy. I saw some guy like sitting on a tank.
They go for
He's-
people or equipment.
This one went for a person on a tank. So yes,
Mm.
it like you see the side of his face as it's like, "Ee," and then it goes and like goes like fuzzy, and it's like, oh shit, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I hate that you don't get
Oh,
footage
man.
after the crash. I know it's an impossibility.
Well,
like I
that's
get
fair.
why, but I really want to see what happened right afterwards. I
Need
thought,
that AC 130 footage.
Mhm.
I saw that. I think that in Pennsylvania is where they're making a lot of the artillery shells. They said those factories are working 24 hours a day,
They can't keep up.
making artillery shells for Ukrainians. It's
Well,
wild.
that's the newest thing now is that they're saying the war is not about soldiers on foot, and it's not about planes and
We'll
stuff.
see.
It's about artillery. It's all about it's about artillery and whatever they're shooting it from RPGs all the way to whatever you have. Like it's they got to get keeping up with missile ammunition. That type of stuff is like the hard part right now, and they can't keep up with the
It's
demand for it.
It's been really fun to watch. This week the fresh thing is that MiG sort of collided with our drone.
Drone.
And if you saw what it did, it's really curious. I didn't understand what I was looking at first. It's coming in really hard, and then it's banking, I guess, but it's doing it while ejecting fuel.
Yeah.
That's its fuel that it's spraying, and I wonder, and it's clearly using that to try to disable the thing.
Yeah.
They keep saying it made impact with the propeller, and I can see the propeller's bent, and like it clearly stops working or whatever. But I wonder if the fuel did that, because I'm just thinking like maybe if it hit that liquid, it's not made to hit liquid.
But it's
would it
going
be
so
dense enough?
fast.
Would it just be atomized liquid at that point? Like it's like
There was a lot of it coming out.
yeah,
There
it
was
was
a lot
just-
of that
it-
liquid
it-
coming out.
It,
And
it did seem like it, but it is going so fast. I don't know. I
at
guess
those
it was using,
speeds, that liquid
was it
would hurt.
using that fuel to try to disable the drone? That was the plan, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mess up the propellers. But
Well,
I
it
think
went
it actually
down.
made contact.
Yeah, it went down. I guess the Pentagon said they deleted whatever telemetry data it might have that Russians could glean from recovering it, and the Russians are there recovering small fragments. They say
The
like
Black
80
Sea felon.
Yeah, it went like 80 nautical miles from the point that they impacted it. I think I read, and but
Whose airspace was it?
Nobody.
International.
It was international. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. I don't
Real
know
war
what
is-
come from that. DeSantis. So here's the thing: Tucker Carlson sent a questionnaire to all the presidential candidates. I think that
Oh,
includes
dear.
the president, and he asked them for basically their stance on Ukraine. It was a bunch of questions, but that was what it was about. And DeSantis came back and basically was like, not in for the Ukrainian war. He doesn't want it, and they're comparing him to like the Hitler appeasers who are like, you know what, just get Poland and stop there or wherever. I don't know what the truth is. I feel like you can only really know in hindsight.
It's good for the economy, Woody. I'm down for this thing for the long haul. I love it. We're gonna have like what we're gonna have is we're gonna have one of the most powerful armies in Europe owing us everything right on the front door of our old enemy who's fallen down and gotten old and rickety, and we're gonna get to humiliate them for the next decade and a half over this shit. This is their Vietnam smeared all in their fucking wounds, like doo-doo in your eye, kind of shit. This is wonderful what's happening, and I hope it keeps going and drags on forever. Not a single American has died that didn't volunteer because they watched too much Fox News. Don't go over there, y'all. What are you doing? Y'all, you have Reddit?
I have a friend who went over there. I have a friend who's over there now. Yeah.
I mean,
That's a
I'm
bad
sure
move.
He
I mean,
invited
you can go to.
Oh, I'm sorry. You fucking crazy.
Well, it depends what he's doing. Is he
Yeah.
fighting or is he like?
He's training.
So like I've talked to people there, and I know that like you can go to Kiev right now. It's very, very safe. You can go to like really expensive hotels for fairly affordable rates. Like there's a hotel they told me that
What
like
is there
we're
to
all.
do there?
I mean, it's a
Murder
city.
Russians.
Everything
You'd
could
have
want
to sell
There's
me
no
on the
battle in
van
Kiev. Like
Well,
Kiev
it's
is like
nearby.
you
No,
can
I meant,
DoorDash.
but if you told me that they had awesome cheap hotels in Memphis, I'm not going.
I think it's I think
Like
it's a
the same way,
beautiful-
like Kiev
You're
better have
comparing
a
Memphis to
fucking-
Kiev?
Is there
I
a
think it's
Kiev
a
roller
beautiful-
coaster park? Something?
I doubt that's running. I think it's a beautiful historical city, and the main
Yeah,
reason to
fun
go
around.
would be like I just feel like over in Poland, there's got to be so many Ukrainian single ladies just piling up over there.
Oh,
Just-
by the way, I'm flying to Poland to host a game on May 4th.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let us know if I'm right about the
I
Ukrainian
will
ladies
totally
on Tinder.
recon that for you.
How did that get set up? A
I'm
game in
in.
Poland? You know, Kyle knows these things.